This is one. Cast spells, right? That new crafting station allows you to channel. We're going deep, guys. This is my Minecraft fantasy. That new crafting station, that's made with that end cube, right, of this Illager who's at the top of the fucking tower in the overworld. The same cube that was in MC Dungeons. That cube, you use it to make a crafting station, and that crafting station allows you to cast magic in Minecraft because you have the offhand, you have the main hand. Skyrim does it. You can select the fucking spell, right? Create a fucking clever GUI, maybe with a book, and it's a book GUI, or whatever. Or, you know what I want? A spell wheel in Minecraft. I'm not even joking. And you don't unlock it until you get to the top of the tower because you need this 40 shards, right, to create a fucking cube. So either you need to conquer 4 towers or you need to work with friends. Maybe that's too much. Okay, sure, then you get the full cube and there can just be multiple cubes in the world. Who gives a fuck? So you get the fucking cube and that's a fucking decorational block. Or you get a shard of it and then you connect those shards. Who cares? That's not up to me, that's up to the game designers. I mean, all of this is... I'm just, you know... empty trips, right? That's what I'm saying. Magic spells, fucking dope, man. You can have basic... And then you select those in your main and your offhand, right? And you could have a fire spell just straight up does damage and sets shit on fire, ignites TNT, the whole shebang. You could have a fucking... games always do lightning spells. I don't know what lightning would do. You could have a lightning spell, I guess. I mean, if it's that end game, you know, don't need to try it anymore, I guess. But sure, a lightning spell, right? Oh, bro, a spell that moves blocks around. Please. That's incredible, man. And then the point of all this is that it costs XP to use spells because maybe you need to charge them at this crafting station, right? And maybe it needs to cost XP, right? Because XP, I want it to be something that you get a lot because it's very rewarding, but then also, you know, it's the same with enchanting, right? So you charge your spells with XP, so you can move blocks around, but it's kind of expensive. So you better be a grandmaster at the fucking game. Maybe have some farm set up, some ways to get XP, some fishing, whatever the fuck you do. I mean, the rewards from the tower should definitely contain a bunch of bottles of XP if that's gonna be the case. You don't have to use them all, but you can store them, right? So when you need XP, you get it. That's really fucking dope, man. Magic in Minecraft, I'd love that so much. Oh, there's like one spell mod. It's like one of the biggest ones. It's a shame I don't know the name, but I want to smoke another joint. I'm having a really good time. There's like one spell mod, and it allows you to remove a block temporarily, right? So you kind of just shift it out of existence or whatever. And you can use, for example, you want to go into a base. It doesn't have a door. You just sacrifice a bit of XP, I guess, to be fancy as shit. But you can just like bloop 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 create a doorway or just two cubes bloop bloop and just walk through the wall. And then after a certain period of time, the spell wears off and the block goes back into existence. But that's cool as fuck, as long as it doesn't fuck with redstone, right? It could just be regular blocks that aren't adjacent to any redstone device. Yeah, that's a bit of a complicated one, but man, we're dreaming big tonight because it's fun, man. I love Minecraft editions. Oh no, I got ash on my blouse, so now I like removed it in like a really silly way. You know what's better about this blouse? It has a little pocket here. I think that's really weird, a little trashy. I'm not like trashy, but like it's not my fire. It's too nerdy, man. I got ash all over this thing. My mom's gonna kill me. You could add a bone meal spell, right? Sacrifice XP to grow crops. It's pretty passive, right? I feel like that's kind of fair. That's super fair. What else could you use it? What else? What other types of magic are there? What if you could summon Vexes, bro? That'd be so cool. Bro, summoning should be a thing in Minecraft. Like proper summoning. Hot damn, bro. Summon Vexes. And they'd look like the player, you know, they had... Oh, I guess I couldn't do that. Okay, so they're just normal Vexes, fuck it. They fight for you. Or you could summon the Illusioner Trap, right? So the illusioner should drop an item probably. How do you create spells? Do you just pages? I guess you need So there's a crafting station that creates spell. How does it create spells? What are the spells? I always imagined a spell book that was just an item, and then you collect pages throughout the world in different dungeon structures. So like all the current dungeon structures, we're going so deep. Okay, so this is how it works, right? That station allows you to infuse a book and it's with these pages, and it turns into a spell book, right? Which is then an item that you use to cast spells. But to get these pages, each page is a spell, right? And it's kind of like a collect them all thing. Once you have them all, you don't need to go searching for more. You never use them up. They're kind of just blueprints, right? And the way you get these is from all the structures in the game. I all want them to contain at least one spell. So each shipwreck has, shipwreck is maybe a bit of a different one. Let's say the temples, right? Because what are they protecting? Why is it the temple? I mean, there's loot there, but I feel like, the temples could use a boost. So the temple should be connected to magic, right? So then you have the jungle temple, should contain a spell. You have the desert temple, should contain a spell. There must be more temples, right? Oh, ocean monuments should contain a spell, right? Bastions for sure. Let's go strongholds too, but let's take the entire structure and only give it one. Each structure has only one spell, right? So the entire stronghold, all of its chests, it only has one spell. Woodland mansions could have a spell. And cities, maybe they're too common, or they're too easy to loot once you get Elytra. Fuck it. I don't know. Not sure about that one. Villages, for example, also shouldn't have spells. That's kind of silly. But yeah, just have, and then you can collect all these spells. You can trade them. Have you got this one? No, I haven't. Okay, well, I got this one. I got a chest full of them. You know what I mean? You want to buy some spells, motherfucker? Then they add trench coats. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, and then you have you gather it. Then just in your base, you have you can have a room like your spell crafting room, whatever, and then you just have one chest and you keep all your blueprints there or whatever. Or maybe you store whatever, just have them there. And then you put the pages in the spellbook, and now when the spellbook is an item now, and when you open it, it has a little GUI. It should be kind of slick. It could be that the spellbook, when you right click it, it opens like a wheel, and you could have a certain amount of spells in there. You have to fuse them in there in that crafting station that requires that cube that you get at the top of the tower. And then that, you open it like a little weapons wheel, whatever, and could have like a slick GUI. I feel like a weapons wheel isn't wild in Minecraft. It's really cool, and it works well with magic, so fuck it. Little GUI pops up. Nothing obstructive like a chest GUI or the inventory GUI, just like slick lines, right? Like a classic weapons wheel. And then you can scroll through the choices of spells you have stored into your spellbook, right? It should be a vast array of spells. Should be more added as well. Could be specific spells. Should definitely be elemental spells. Let's go wild on the fucking spells, right? It's really fun, I think. Like in Skyrim, there are so many spells, but Skyrim isn't an expensive enough game for me to use them all. If you added all the Skyrim spells to Minecraft, I'd use all of them. You know what I mean? At some point or another, because Minecraft is a type of game where if that became like a way to play, man, would I be happy. You could have like a force shout spell. Fuck it. They don't know. Skyrim doesn't own force shouts. Well, I mean, they own force shouts probably, but you don't have to go full Steve just goes, Anyways, so yeah, man, pull up a weapon, right click with it, right? Pull up a weapons wheel, and if you have one in your main hand and your off hand, if you right click, you first select a spell in your main hand, right? I don't know how that would work. Hold up, let me figure this out. You right click the fucking spellbook, right? Let's say it's in your main hand. Your off hand is just empty. It opens a weapons wheel and you have your spells there, you select fire, right? Then the book goes away and there's like a little icon, right? And maybe it should just show your hand, right? Like just when you're empty-handed, and then have a particle effect. Like each spell could have a particle effect. Just like a passive thing that makes it look like there's an element in your hand, or there's like, you know what I mean? Like you're holding like a flame, just like a Skyrim, right? Fuck it, that's good. You know, you have a bunch of artists working for you, Martin. Just make it happen. Karma, because I'm not the king of the world, but good ideas though, right? That's what you're here for. By the way, there were no what if spoilers. The zombie episode, maybe a few, but you should watch the episode if you watched this. You haven't seen the episode because you should. It's great. Anyways, pull a spell, shows a little animation, but I want there to be a way for you to select your offense. So maybe if you then have a spell book in your right hand, you then open the GUI for for that spell, right? And then you have two of these icons, and maybe then the left mouse button controls the left, or like the main hand, which it does. That's why I play offhanded, right? So because I want the left mouse button to control the left hand and the right mouse button to control the right hand. But anyways, that's not how Minecraft works. Normally it's the other way around. Like we didn't change setting like I have. Anyways, you press the main hand button and you empty the left, or like you fire the main hand, right? Or the right, or the fucking offhand, whatever. And then if you want to unselect them, I guess you need to press Q. And if you press Q, you unselect both of them, right? So you can have a sword. No, you couldn't. You just have two books in your hands, which is fine. You press Q and you unselect both of them at the same time. Or just one if you're only using one. Fucking brilliant, bro. You could play with a spell and a sword. So because you have a sword in your main hand, then a spell in your offhand, and then you select the spell. Boom. And now you can slash with the sword and also cast fireballs. Or have a shield, bro. That's incredible. Even if it's like just a fancy way to play.